Good evening. I would like to call to order the Eastchester Town Board meeting of June 6th, 2023. Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can we do a roll call?
Sure. Councilwoman Nicholson?
Here.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Here.
Councilman Dooley?
Here.
Councilman Marcocia?
Here.
And I will have the record reflect that Supervisor Calavita is absent.
Correct. And we do want to send our best wishes to Supervisor Calavita and to his wife Susan, who are on their honeymoon. We hope they're having a wonderful time. It's long overdue and well-deserved. I want to move on to opportunity to address the board on any agenda items. Anyone? Agenda item? Yep.
Good evening. Jim Malloy from Manchester Road, Interlaken.
Hi.
I just have a inquiry about the recent robberies in the area.
Can you, right now, this is the opportunity to address the board. This is the opportunity to address the board on agenda items. We'll have another opportunity
Oh,
to
okay.
speak to general issues towards the end.
Okay, so the end?
Yeah, if you can just come back.
No
and
problem.
Just,
All right.
we're gonna breeze right through this. Thank you. Okay, so that moves to the approval of minutes. The approval of minutes of May 16, 2023, special board meeting. This meeting was for the purposes of conducting a police interview. I just want to know if anyone has any amendments or modifications to the minutes.
None.
Can I have a motion
So moved.
and a second?
Second.
And a roll call?
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocia?
Aye. We have a second set of minutes, and I ask for the approval of the minutes of the May 16, 2023 Town Board meeting. Any amendments or modifications to those minutes?
None.
Hearing none, do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Second?
And can I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocia?
Aye. Moving on to correspondence. We have a memorandum from the controller regarding part-time seasonal employees. And these are generally to hire green and white shirts at Lake Isle. They help with the pool and the golf course. They're seasonal employees. And if I could have a motion
So moved.
Second.
and a roll call.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocia?
Aye. And we also have, under correspondence, a memorandum from the library director regarding permission to rebid elevator replacement project at the Eastchester Public Library. In a nutshell, there was a initial bid that went out. No bids were received back. We want to go out to rebid. There is grant money in place for these improvements, and I would like a motion to move forward with the rebid.
So moved.
Second.
And a roll call?
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocia?
Aye. And lastly, on correspondence, we have a memorandum from the Superintendent of Recreation regarding awarding the 2023 bus service bid contract for summer camp. I recommend that the 2023 service bid contract be awarded to Royal Coach Lines, Inc. of 1010 Nepperhan Avenue, Yonkers, New York, for school buses for the amount of $85,830. We have used this company in the past, and we have been satisfied with the services that they've provided. So with that, I ask for a motion
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
And if we can please take a roll call.
Sure. Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocia?
Aye. Any miscellaneous business? No miscellaneous business. I move to council member reports. And for my own report, I wanted to announce that the Tuckahoe baseball team won their regional final over Port Jefferson in dramatic fashion, scoring 4 runs in the last inning to advance to the New York State PHSAA Class C Final 4 at Binghamton next week. It was, they were losing 6-0. They came back. scored 3 runs, then they exchanged a couple runs. They were down by 3 in the last inning, and they scored 4 to advance. And they're having just a tremendous year, and we wish them luck in Binghamton next week. And then also, just wanted to point out that the pool and tennis opened up this Memorial Day weekend over at Lake Isle, and the preseason hours are from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekends through June 23rd. After June 23rd, hours will be 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. If you have not yet registered for the season, now is the time. School is almost out and summer is right around the corner. The membership office is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekends. So if you haven't joined, please do so now. And that concludes my report, and I move on to Councilman Joe Dooley.
Thank you, Mr. Acting Supervisor. I have no report today.
No report? Thank you. Councilwoman Nicholson?
Good evening, everyone. I too have nothing to report, and I just wish everyone, as we get closer to the summer date, June 21st, enjoy the rest of the springtime and looking forward to summertime. And happy graduation to all the graduates. That is all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And Councilwoman Marcotte.
Thank you, Acting Supervisor. I just wanted to announce that the summer concert series will begin on Wednesday, June 28th at 8 p.m. on the golf driving range at Lake Isle, and will continue every Wednesday through August 9th. The final concert will be held at Garth Road Park on Wednesday, August 16th. Concert times are 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Doors open at 7, and there'll be a complete concert schedule on the Lake Isle website, which is lakeislecountryclub.com. I also wanted to mention that the Bronxville first half of the 2023-24 village school taxes are due by June 30th. If you're going to mail the taxes in, your check-in must be postmarked by June 30th, or you can also pay for it online. And if you have any questions, you can always call the Village of Bronxville. I also want to thank all the residents that came out to attend the Memorial Day Parade, and of course we want to thank the veterans who put it together. It really was a spectacular showing of residents. I was joined by all of my colleagues in government at all levels, from the Village of Bronxville, the Village of Tuckahoe, and here at the town. There were many, many people along the parade route, which was nice to see. Many times it's sort of a sparse grouping, but this year the residents came out, so a huge thank you to them, and a huge thank you to the veterans. And then lastly, just a note that today marks the 79th anniversary, if you will, of D-Day, which happened in 1944, and it was a cost of 9,000 lives. Soldiers were lost to liberate Europe and to slog across Europe, if you will, to free many others. So a sobering day, a somber day, but just a reminder that, of course, freedom isn't free. So that concludes my report, Acting Supervisor.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilwoman Marcotte. And that brings us to the second opportunity to address the board. You're up. Yep.
Would you just provide your name? Would you provide your name, please? Okay.
It's Jim Malloy. I live on Manchester in
Okay.
Lake Isle. I mean, Interlaken. My
Thank
question is about, well, it was about 3 weeks ago, I got my catalytic converter stolen. And there was another one stolen on California Road the same night. And to my knowledge, that's about the 7th one in my neighborhood over the last year. And then, you have the other ones, the break-ins on California Road. I know there was a house got robbed, they took the car, and, whatever it is. My question is, can we get like a little more patrol through the area at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30? This is when this stuff happens. Or can we do something to the neighborhood, like change the street lights? Because we have those street posts, and they do nothing to light up the neighborhood. And if you had street lights hanging over you could light up the street, because if you go down some of these neighborhoods, it's pitch black, and you're leaving cover. And also, the advantage is the Hutchinson River Parkway is, 1,000 feet away. And I can guarantee they're not waiting at the green, at the stoplight at Mill Road to get on the parkway, and they're gone. So I was just wondering, what could be done to make it a little more, safer? Because, it's not a cheap fix. If you have a brand-new Hyundai, it's, over $3,000, $4,000 fix.
Yeah.
So, and if you fix it, who's to say they're not gonna come back and get it again? And that's my main concern, is like, how can we get a little more, attention to the areas? I know Leewood had a couple just recently, catalytic converters stolen, so, and again, what's the common denominator? The Bronx River Parkway, they get right on and they're gone.
Yeah, it definitely is very convenient for them to do that. It's unfortunate. And we've had issues with break-ins to cars, primarily cars that are unlocked, but also with catalytic converters. Your idea is a good one. Lighting does help. We also are installing cameras, though, so hopefully that's going to help moving forward,
Okay.
being able to sort of detect.
Here's another shot in the dark. I mean, Pelham closes down a few of their side streets at night. I think it's Wolf's Lane or whatever it is.
Right.
What's to say we can't shut down California Road at night? Put a because what is actually California Road by Interlaken? It's a shortcut, So at 4 o'clock in the morning, somebody could go, they can still drive down 22, come up Mill and get on the Parkway,
Yeah.
instead of making the the quick run down California. So that's another idea.
It's an idea, yeah. I know our police chief's here tonight. We're going to take this under advisement, and we'll see what the best course of action would be. We understand your concern, and let's see what we can do.
And again, you don't want to see nobody getting hurt, because I know the officers who came to the house, I wasn't there that night, I was away.
Right.
But I know the officers was telling, everybody, oh, you shouldn't confront these people, it's for your safety. Yeah, but who's losing out on it, You're losing this, money that, to throw away on a car that somebody can come back in 2 weeks, do the same thing,
And like you said, it's a really expensive part and an expensive repair.
Right.
So we
But
get it.
like I said, I think getting street lights up there, who would you see to, propose that? I don't think we do that, right? That's not Interlaken's, issue, right, for those
No.
street lights?
No, I mean, we have streetlights there. We'll have to revisit.
I could talk to the highway department. That would be the highway department probably would handle that. So I'll speak to the highway superintendent, see, it's not a bad idea. I don't know how it would work as far as the lights and stuff, but,
Yeah, because, those light posts do nothing, I mean, if you're taking pictures for postcards, yeah, they're beautiful, but for the actual lighting up the street,
maybe put some brighter lights. I'll take a ride by tonight on the way home, but,
all right.
perhaps, yeah, something along the lines of maybe a combination of maybe new lights or brighter lights would help probably.
But what about, getting some more patrols to the area,
Well, the chief is here. I'll also talk to him, and, I mean, obviously, he's aware of this is going on. I live in the north end, it's everywhere. It's not
Right.
to make it feel better, but every municipality is getting hit with car thefts, catalytic converters. It's not just here, but yeah, the convenience of the Bronx River and the Hutch doesn't help us, right, obviously, so.
That's what I mean, if you could just make a little deterrent, maybe, because 9 out of 10 times, it's probably the same people, I mean,
Right.
it's not like there's a sign out on the Hutch going, come to Eastchester, take some clear but.
Yeah, and we do have cameras in certain areas in the town, so that's been helping spot, like, if they come over a stolen car or something, to address
Yeah,
it.
that's
Right,
that's a
right,
gimme,
right,
that's,
right.
they're in a stolen car,
Right, exactly. They're not coming in their
All
own car, but it does tip the cops off sometimes, but yeah, so, we'll address it, though. I'll speak to the chief about
All
it
right,
after the meeting.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to address the board? Yep.
My name is Michael Ford. I came here honestly to support a fellow restaurant owner who said he was here because he was under the impression that he's not allowed to have outdoor seating on Garth Road in the Eastchester side. It's not a live or die issue for my business, but I wanted to show support, and I guess if he found out otherwise, he neglected to tell me that we didn't have to come to this meeting. So I'm here. So since I am here, let me find out. I only need 2 little tables out in front of my restaurant. Is that something I'm allowed to do or not do? Because they're going to fine me on the
you're speaking-
23rd $1,000 a day after, so I want to take care of it soon.
So you're a restaurant owner in town?
Yeah, I own Slice of Scarsdale. We're like literally the last address in Eastchester.
Yeah.
So,
So,
you want me to address
Half
that
a
a minute?
step from
yeah.
Scarsdale.
Maybe he
tip-
was supposed to
And
come
you
to
said
zoning.
you've been issued a violation?
Yeah, I have it,
That's okay, I don't need to see it. But, you know,
I
typically
got till June
speaking,
23rd to remedy the
yeah,
situation.
typically speaking, you would need to come to the planning board.
We didn't have tables outside till the pandemic, but people seem to like them. So, I mean, for me, it's not a live or die situation. I just want to know if
Yeah.
I draw up that little thing, get a blueprint made, can I do that, or is that okay?
Yeah, you know, the short answer is, it depends, I would have to see exactly, we have to see exactly where your
They took
restaurant's
pictures, I mean-
located, and how much of a sidewalk space that you have.
Yeah,
and
we
what-
don't block the sidewalk. We're up against the wall.
Up
We're
against
not
the wall.
trying, yeah, we're not very, but he does have quite a bit of seating, so I don't know what his,
Well,
then again, maybe he found the answer he wanted, and that's why he's not here.
no, he's not here because we're still working on, if we're gonna do outdoor
You know what I'm
dining, we're
talking
working on it. But the issue really becomes the property line, whether it's a town right away or the landlord's property.
I'm
depending-
fairly certain my sidewalk is all the towns. I don't
Right, well,
think
every location's different, so I think what the building department tells people is to get a survey of the area to see where the actual line is, whether you can put tables. So if it's on a town right away, you can't. If it's on your property, you can, as long as you're not blocking the sidewalk, but
Pretty sure it's not our property, but so
Right.
would that exclude
without,
us
I mean, obviously,
completely?
whatever issues you have with your landlord, but
Would that exclude
basically,
us completely if it was all the town's property?
sorry?
If that was all Eastchester, would that say like we can't put anything there because we don't own
Well,
anything?
legally, you can. We did it during the pandemic. We passed a
Yeah, yeah,
special
yeah, I
law
remember, yeah.
just to help the business owners, but that law subsided last year. We were going to think about, you know, having a meeting and discussing this, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. I think you're referring to Cafe LA, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think,
But he had asked me to come and like support him, and then he's not here. I don't. know
well,
where he
I
is,
I think because it's not on the agenda tonight, but it may be on down the road, but not just yet. So we're talking about whether we're going to do it or not. So there's a lot involved, as Luigi said, but the bottom line is it's not on tonight. And as the building department told you, if you wanted to draw, I guess they said, draw a sketch, how many tables you want.
So I'll do that, and I'll
And-
make my best shot. We'll see what happens.
And they may have told you to get a survey, too. Did they tell you to get a survey?
Yeah, I'm not paying for a survey. For me, it's not worth it. I don't
Right,
know.
right.
Well, you know, start with a sketch, bring that in.
I figure it
and we'll
should
take
be
it from
enough.
there.
There's an app, you can make it into a blueprint anyway. I mean, I'm sure that'll work. I get the measurements right, whatever,
Yeah.
how big it'll be. So, all right, thank you.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. Anyone else want to address the board? If not, we'll adjourn the meeting.
So moved?
Second?
Yep.
Thank you.